Hey, what's up guys? Rob here, and I'm back with a brand new top 10 video. Seems like I've been cranking these out lately. I have some old videos to post, I have some new ones coming, but this is in response to Chucky doll, who did his top 10 sequels that are hated that he loves. I thought that was a cool idea. Basically, sequels that are unanimously hated in the public. You know, he ends up liking them, so I thought that was a cool kind of an idea for a list video. So I decided to do a response and give you guys my top 10 sequels that are hated but I actually like. Now, this is not just horror movies, okay? This is all different genres. But I have a ton of honorable mentions, which I'm going to start with. So hope you guys enjoy this. Let's get started. First one, as far as honorable mention, D3, The Mighty Ducks. Now, people do hate this film, and I don't understand it. To be honest, I feel like this movie's underrated. I will agree that it is the weakest out of the three films, okay? The second film is pretty much everyone's favorite. I mean, you ask anybody, they'll say, well, D2, obviously. For me, it is my favorite. D2 is, but I still like all three of them. I don't hate this movie at all. I don't get it. You know, they're much older, they're at the college, and they have to face these older, more experienced, you know, hockey players, and they have to learn to play both offense and defense of hockey, and not really screw around like they used to. This is kind of serious. But there's a good message at the end of the movie where you can't really take things too seriously. You have to have fun in the process. I don't know. I like it. The fact that Emilio Estevez, you know, is in it. He's not in it very much, but I think that's why people were angry. But he's in it enough. So I like D3. I don't know. I consider it to be underrated if I wanted to list it in something, in some kind of category. Alright, the next one is Quarantine 2 Terminal. Now, I want to say that I don't think this is really hated as much. It's more like people don't even know it exists because it's a straight-to DVD release. When this came out, you know, it's nothing like the first movie. It's shot differently, and I feel like it's better than the first movie. The first movie was just way too dark. I couldn't tell what was going on. This one you can see pretty much everything. It is dark in a lot of situations, but at least you can see what is happening. So, now this is one that people hate. I don't get it. I'd rather watch this than some of the other sequels. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Beginning. Now this is actually the prequel to the remake, okay? But they show you like what happens, you know, with the sheriff and the family, and this new group of kids. I don't know, like, people are like, well, you know, they all die. And I didn't really think about that. I'm just like, you know, I was just enjoying the movie for what it was. I like Leatherface, and I like the story, and I like the kills. It's got one of the craziest kills where, you know, Leatherface cuts that biker in half. And then you find out he cuts off that guy's legs who's in the wheelchair in the remake, so you get to see what happens to him. But Jordana Brewster, like, I thought she did a good job. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't get the hate. I'd rather watch this than watch Leatherface or Texas Chainsaw 3D. I mean, come on. The next one is Wrong Turn 5 Bloodlines. Of course, the fifth movie in the series, I actually like this movie. It's very cheesy, it's very low budget, but Doug Bradley shines in this movie. Pinhead himself. Doug Bradley plays a part that's intimidating. I really love his character. Even though he spends most of his time locked up, the dialogue is great. So I actually find this to be underrated as well, but it does get a lot of hate. It doesn't get as much hate as the sixth movie. But I don't even like the sixth movie. These are movies that I actually like that get hated. So now I know this movie gets hated a lot, and that is Final Destination 3. I don't get it. Again, it has some of the best kills in the series. The tanning bed scene, the roller coaster thing is really, really cool. I guess some of the CG is kind of bad, but it's a lot better than the fourth movie. And in ways, I don't know, I actually consider this better than the fifth one. That's just me. But I really like Final Destination 3. Another one is European Vacation, National Lampoon's European Vacation, which is the second one in the series. A lot of people hate on that because they say it's like a copy of the first movie, but instead they're in Europe. I actually think there are more positive things about European Vacation than negative. I mean, I don't like the whole heist thing at the end, like the whole kidnapping situation that happens. That was kind of stupid. But other than that, I love how they go to different places and they don't know the language, and like they're trying to learn the cultures, and they kind of screw up, and that's a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know why there's hate for European Vacation. And this really makes me mad. Ghostbusters 2. There are people who hate Ghostbusters 2. What? You should go out to the back alley and get spanked. Like, what the hell? How can you hate Ghostbusters 2? I don't... Even Bill Murray doesn't even like Ghostbusters 2. I don't know what's wrong with some people. Ghostbusters 1 and 2 are fantastic movies. Yes, I like the first one more than I like the second one, but that's not really saying much. I love the second one. Just, it's an amazing movie. Yeah, I love the whole slime thing. Vigo was a great villain, and the painting, and there's some creepy moments in it. Now this one is, I don't want to say if this is the most hated, because I got two of them here when it comes to the Friday the 13th series. Here we got Part 8 Takes Manhattan. Yeah, this is hated among the Friday the 13th fans. I kind of see the arguments going on. Jason teleports. Jason doesn't spend too much time in New York, and how can he take Manhattan when he's not there really even that much? Takes place on a boat. I still think this has some of the best kills, and I think I love the music. And I don't know, I just like it. I like what they did in this movie. I don't know, just call me weird, I guess. I'm probably in the minority. In fact, I think I know I am. In the minority that actually like, I actually like this film. And another one is, I'll defend this film forever, and that is Jason Goes to Hell. I love this film. It's something different. Now, different doesn't always mean good, but I think in this case it was nice to kind of explore the mythology a little bit, or kind of like Jason's character, how he's like this demon spawn. Because let's face it, Part 6, Jason lives. He comes back like a Frankenstein monster. Okay, he was dead. He comes back as a corpse. He's a corpse in Part 6, Part 7, and Part 8. Okay, he's a corpse. He's dead. Okay, so I don't understand the big deal about making him like a demon spawn. There's got to be a reason on why he's walking around as a dead corpse. Okay, that's not any more far-fetched than him as a demon spawn. In fact, I like the demon spawn thing because it that kind of shows that he's evil. He's evil, and he belongs in hell. He's a monster, basically. I love Jason Goes to Hell. It's the goriest of the franchise. It's got some of the greatest kills, and oh, Jason wasn't in it that much. It's like, does he really need to be? They did something different, Whatever. I liked it. Superman 3. Yes, Superman 3. I do not like Superman 4, but Superman 3 has some really cool stuff, especially the junkyard battle. I love the junkyard battle between Clark Kent and like evil Superman. Almost like Bizarro. Richard Pryor, I thought he added some comical stuff to the movie, but I didn't really care for the villains. But I don't know, there's a lot of good stuff here. I don't hate this movie. if I had a choice to watch this or watch Superman 4, I would pick this. Next one is George A. Romero's Land of the Dead. Another one that gets hated. This doesn't get hated as much as the last two movies he made, like Survival of the Dead and Diary of the Dead. You do have a zombie going around going, like trying to talk and lead these zombies, but this has some really good kills and zombie stuff. I don't know. I really like this one. It's the fourth movie in the series. It's not as good as the first three, but it's definitely not hated in my book. Now here's a couple more. Jurassic Park 3, which gets looked down upon, and of course Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I thought I was going to hate this movie. I really did not even want to waste my time watching this, but I actually liked this. I thought this was entertaining, and it was a lot of fun. I don't know what happened. I went into it with the lowest expectations, and I came out like, wow, that was really fun. Same with Jurassic Park 3. Jurassic Park The Lost World is boring as hell. I cannot sit through that movie. Ian Malcolm is a different Ian Malcolm. It's like he's playing Jeff. It's like Jeff Goldblum was Jeff Goldblum in the second movie. Okay, he wasn't Ian Malcolm to me. Talking about chaos and all that stuff like in the first movie. This one, honestly, Sam Neill coming back, I like that better. I like his character more. I like his knowledge on the dinosaurs. I like the trouble he gets himself into. William H. Macy, I liked him too. This was more thrilling than the second movie. The second movie was boring. I just could not stand. I mean, it had some good moments here and there. This one had better moments. So, all right, so those are my honorable mentions. I had to mention those because they're sequels that, like I said, they get hated on, and I just don't think they deserve the hate. Okay, so top 10 now. Number 10, The Rage Carrie 2. This is the sequel to Carrie, and I don't get it. I like this film a lot. It has some creepy scenes, especially the ending. The ending creeps me out all the time. The hairs always stand up on my arm. It's got, what's his name, Jason London from My Teacher's Wife with Tia Carrere. I remember him in that movie. But it's also got Zachary Ty Bryan, who was in Home Improvement, the TV show. He plays one of the jocks. But this is actually gorier than the original Carrie. It's even gorier than the remake. I don't know. This one has a lot of positives. I just don't think it deserves the hate that it gets. You know, it was a nice try for a sequel. So, coming at number 9, and everyone knows this is hated. Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Now, this is the Ultimate Edition. People hate on this movie, and it's funny because when this came out, it was hated. It had a really low score on Rotten Tomatoes. And then now that everyone wants the Snyder cut of Justice League, it's like they look back on Man of Steel and this movie and they praise these movies. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny how they just turn against people and then they do a 180? Like the way people think anymore, I just don't understand. I don't understand their logic. I first saw this movie, I was in love with it. The visuals are great. I love the dark, gritty tone. The Wonder Woman entrance was grand. It was fantastic. Ben Affleck as Batman, great. I'm not saying this movie's perfect. I mean, the Doomsday stuff could have been left out, but they needed to fight somebody. I just wish they would have saved Doomsday for another thing. But honestly, it's a great film. Very well put together. Zack Snyder's vision. Alright, so number 8, I'm just going to hold this up. For me, it's Curse of Chucky. Curse of Chucky, to me, brought back the series in a way. I don't like the ending. Curse of Chucky has a crappy ending with stupid Jennifer Tilly. I hate that. I don't know why she needs to be there every single time. Just go away, Jennifer Tilly. We don't need you. The whole movie did fine without her. She just shows up at the very, very end. To me, Curse of Chucky brought back that unnerving aspect. It brought back where you're on the edge of your seat. The whole chili scene. The chili scene, I'm just sitting there like, oh my God. Like, who's going to eat the chili and be poisoned? Like, that scene was, it was great. And I love the dialogue. It felt like Chucky was back to me. It had a creepy vibe to it, kind of like the first one. You know, the doll moves here and it moves there. You don't really see him move around until like actually the middle of the movie. But really great attempt. I love Curse of Chucky. It's way better than Cold of Chucky. That's my opinion. Number 7, Rambo 3. A movie that gets hated in the Rambo series. This is probably people's least favorite. Actually, Last Blood. A lot of people don't like Last Blood, but I love all the Rambo films. I'll admit, I used to not really care for this film at all, but I really, really like it now. Rambo 3 is definitely action-packed, and he is freaking ripped in this movie, man. Coming in at number 6 is Scream 3. Those of you who know me know that I really like this movie. I actually put this movie over Scream 2 and Scream 4 because this movie did something different. You have Roman, who's one killer, okay? You don't have the predictable 2-killer roster like you do in all the other films, okay? It became too predictable to where, like, I wonder who the killers are this time. Yes, plural. Who are the killers this time? Oh, you can't say that in this one because Roman's a badass. And it connects to Scream 1 better than Scream 2 did. It connects to Scream 1 with the whole mother thing of Sydney, and then Roman being the brother. That's great. I loved it. But people have a problem with it. Okay, now we're on my top 5. Number 5, The Grudge 2. I've talked a lot about The Grudge 2 before, and I feel like this is the best one of the series. Just my opinion. The whole beginning when the girl gets stuck in the closet, or they lock her in the closet, and you know the Grudge, the attic thing, she comes down, and you know that's kind of a terrifying scene. But this is a really, really good one. So I actually, yeah, I prefer this over the first for sure. Number 4 is Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines. I think this is underrated. This gets a lot of hate, and after watching Terminator Genesis and Dark Fate, how can you say that this movie is not as good as those? Those movies are garbage. They are garbage, okay? This is, to me, is the true sequel after Terminator 2. Arnold did some awesome stuff in this movie. The action scenes are more memorable. I like when the machines like start to come to life, and then Arnold is fighting the machines. Brilliant. So, Terminator 3. Number 3 is A Nightmare on Elm Street 4: Dream Master. Now, this is hated as well. People don't like this movie, and I understand they killed off the Dream Warriors, most of the Dream Warriors there, the more popular ones like Kincaid and Joey. I get that. I get that people would be mad because everything they've accomplished in part 3, burying his bones, making, you know, lay him to rest, everything's fine. But you have a dog who pisses on the ground, and all of a sudden Freddy's bones connect, and then he comes to life. It's stupid, but I still think this has some of the greatest kills in the series and the greatest music and the greatest characters. I love the characters, but you have the Dream Master, Alice. She fights Freddy one-on-one, okay? I love this movie. I don't care. Number 2, The Karate Kid Part 3. I love The Karate Kid Part 3. It gets hated. This is better than the next Karate Kid. You just have to admit that. I love it. Karate Kid Part 3 doesn't deserve hate. Number 1, my all-time favorite right here. Sequel that gets hated, but I love it. Rocky 5. I'm sorry, Rocky 5 has the street fight. It's amazing. The music, I love this movie. Would I consider this to be the weakest out of all the Rocky films? Yeah, but that doesn't mean I hate it. That doesn't mean that it's a bad movie. That means I like all the other movies more than I like this one. But I like it. Rocky 5, there's nothing wrong with Rocky 5, okay? I mean, it's not a perfect movie, but it doesn't deserve the hate that it gets. Has an amazing ending, by the way. That's my list. What's yours?